One came around, there was no fires, and you were able to bring in all this fruit. That had to be like a, oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Well, with the drought and everything, we were on pins and needles. We were
Right.
just waiting for the smoke to show up. And fortunately, it did not.
Right.
And even though we had some rain in the middle of flowering, we still got a pretty good fruit set, and we got a decent crop, especially with our Pinot clones. And Chardonnay was still low, but we brought in. I was happier than I expected to be
That's
with the
great.
yield. So that was a really nice bounce back from 2020, where the yields were way down, and then we had to deal with COVID and the fires and everything else. It
Right.
was like the four horsemen or whatever, the apocalypse. It
Right.
was
No,
ugly.
it's nice to have a nice little shiny rainbow at the end of the tunnel. It's like, oh, finally.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So we're always cautiously optimistic when we're going into a growing season. And,
Of course.
Really critical times are going to be during flowering. In the second half of June, and then into early July, depending on the weather, and then in the fall. Seeing when the rains come or don't come, and if we have enough moisture, to keep the vines going and get some additional hang time.
Right.
Those are the things that are really critical. You can go all year and everything can be fine. The last 2 weeks, Mother Nature can mess you up. But
Right, like
that-
2013 with the torrential
Yeah.
downpours, right?
Yeah, but we accept that.
Yeah, but still, it's you're at the mercy.
Yeah, I shouldn't say it that way. I like the challenge of the more difficult years, and I think it focuses me more, and I end up making some of my best wines
Right.
in those years that are really standouts, in those difficult vintages. But yeah, I guess if I had my wish come true, I'd wish for an ideal growing season every year.
Of course, but that may not be as much fun then.
Yeah, it would be
Right.
less interesting for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I remember talking to a winemaker that used to be in California, and he's like, "Yeah, we know what the weather's going to do. It's just kind of boring." And I'm like, he's like, "That's why I like Oregon. It's never boring."